Welcome on in to today's NFL pick video play for Sunday, November 19th, 2017. If you guys are interested in accessing all of our NFL plays against the spread for today's action, you can get those over at stumpthespread.com, link down in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. So coming into today's video, going to be talking about this very intriguing matchup here between the LA Rams going on the road to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Should be a very competitive contest, a very hyped up matchup here between arguably one of the best offensive teams in all of the game against one of the best defensive teams. Should be a great contrast in styles here. The Rams, they're really happy to be playing in a dome in Minnesota instead of outdoors, given the fact that, teams that tend to throw the ball a lot and have these high-octane offenses, they just simply perform better in controlled climates. So Minnesota, that's something that they need to keep in mind, but nonetheless, their defense has been extremely successful this year, and they'll certainly relish this opportunity to test themselves against an offense that has just been so spectacular. But on the year, the Los Angeles Rams, they stand 7-2 overall. They're in first place in the NFC West, a game above the Seattle Seahawks. Nobody expected this kind of play from the Rams coming into the year, and it just goes to show you how completely different the outlook for a team can be when they make the right head coaching move. So they moved on from Jeff Fisher, and as a result, with McVay in there, they've just had a tremendous amount of success, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. They rank 6th in the league in passing, 5th in rushing, 1st in scoring average. They're just getting it done in all phases of their offensive play, and you can't just load up and stop their ground game because they'll gash you through the air. You can't play that more preventative defensive style and double team the receivers, because then they're going to get you with the ground game behind Todd Gurley. But averaging about 33 points per contest, which is very impressive. And they've also been very good on the defensive side as well. They rank 3rd in the NFL in total team defense, which actually ranks a little bit better than the Minnesota Vikings. They have a plus-minus of about plus 15 right now. So on average, this Rams team is winning by over 2 touchdowns, which is just unheard of on the NFL level, unless you're those great Patriots teams that we've seen over the years. But the Rams getting the job done again in their last outing at home against the Texans, winning that one by a final of 33-7. And it's just been consistent blowouts here for the Rams over the past month. That blowout against the Texans in the last outing, they blew out the Giants on the road. They beat the Jaguars by double digits on the road. They blew out the Cardinals at home. And that's been all of the results over the past month. So a team that's playing with a tremendous amount of confidence. Jared Goff, a lot of people were feeling like he was going to be a bust. Nobody foresaw him having this kind of turnaround. It's been extremely impressive. He's thrown for nearly 2,400 yards so far this season, and he has a great running back to work with, not just in the pass game, but also just to hand the ball off to kind of create more opportunities in the pass game, with Todd Gurley picking up nearly 800 yards so far this season. But they're going to get tested here. It's a loud atmosphere in this Minnesota home arena. The Vikings are going to be trying to bank on that home crowd advantage to try to give them the edge needed to perhaps go on to get this win. The Vikings standing at 7-2 overall as well. They're in first place in the NFC North. They're clear by 2 games of the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers right now. This team, they don't rank quite as well on either side of the ball as the Rams. They rank, in terms of their offense, 12th in passing, 10th in rushing, 10th in scoring average. So all those numbers above league average, about 10th or so in the league in all those particular statistical categories. But their defense is really where they butter their bread. They rank 5th in the league in total team defense, right about actually where the Rams are, giving up about 18.3 points per game in comparison to the Rams, who give up about 18 points per game. But the Vikings, they have to lean a lot more on their defense than the Rams have had to this year, given the fact that in terms of their offense, they average about 8 to 9 points less per contest than do the Rams. So the plus-minus on the year here for the Vikings is about 5 to 6 points in comparison to the 14 to 15 points for the Rams. That's quite a stark contrast here between these two particular squads. So I'm actually a little bit surprised to see the Rams coming into this one as nearly a field goal underdog. Right now they're getting about 2.5 points. Vegas, they love taking the home teams, but we feel like in the controlled climate, the Rams can have a lot of success offensively, and that's going to be a difference maker here for LA. So for today's pick, we are going to go ahead, side with the road team, taking those points, siding with the LA Rams as our NFL pick video play. And again, guys, to get all of our NFL plays, you can access those over at stumpthespread.com. Linked down in the video description. Be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.